This time we're going to take a look at the Aeolian chord progression. The simplest form, we're going to do it in A, an A minor to a D minor. This is the dark sounding mode. If we extend it to sevenths, we can have A minor 7, D minor 7. The backing track we're going to play to, I actually played a minor 9 and a D minor 9, but not to worry about that. What scales can we play over an A minor chord progression? We can do your A minor pentatonic scale. You probably know that if you put your first finger on the 5th fret of the bottom E and then little finger on the 8th fret. Then it goes 5th, 7th, 5th, 7th, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Finger numbers would be 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. The minor scale is going to be like the G shape. But here's the root on the 5th fret. So again, let me play the chord progression, and I'll start with just one note. We'll see if we can play that note, and then we'll get into some different sorts of licks and things. One note. Ba. Can you hum that? Ba. Okay, can you find that on the guitar neck? If you try the A string, for example, there it is on the 7th fret. What scale degree is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5th in the key of A. 1, 5, 1, 5. That real strong rock and roll interval. Okay, here's a lick with a couple of notes. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-dum, ba-dum. Can you hum that? Hopefully you can hum that. Bum, 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 bum. So we know that the 7th fret of the A is a 5th, and I was just going down, and then up to the 5th fret of the D string. So 5th fret A, 7th fret A, 5th fret D, back to this 5th. I was doing a hammer-on. Can you play that? Let's try it with the track. You try it. Different timing. Like that. Do it a couple times in a row. Okay, that's pretty simple. Let's make it a little harder. Can you hum that? Or sing it or mumble it? Or whistle it? Now, can you play it on the neck? Well, we're 5th fret of A again. This time I'm sliding, or in my mind I was. Now we've got an interval of a 4th. That usually means on the same fret. So 5th fret of D, 5th fret of G. So we're sliding from 5 to 7 on A with third finger, and then first finger both on the 5th fret of D and G, ending on an A root, 7th fret of D. Okay, let's try that with the track. Real common little part of a lick. Change it up a little bit. Back and forth between the root and the flat 7. Can you play that lick up an octave? So we're starting on this D note here, sliding to an E note. So up 2 strings and up 2 frets is a way to find an octave. So 7th fret of the G string is the same D note up an octave. So it would be, now we've got the odd pair of the G and the B to compensate for. So I'm using my 2nd finger on 7, sliding to 9 on G, and then first finger on 8th fret of B and E to the 10th fret of B. So you can do the same lick an octave higher. Let's try it. Try that. Vary it like that. Back to the original. Up to an octave. That's a common thing that we do, is play one lick and then play it up an octave. Let's try one more. How about a little melodic line? Can you hum that? La 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 la. Do 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 do. Okay, where do we play it on the guitar neck? Da. Well, hopefully you can identify a root. So here's an A minor chord. A is the root, or on the 7th fret of the D. Da, da, da. So first we go a whole step, da, da, 2 frets, and then da, a half step. 1, 2, minor third, then down, do, do. So it goes up and down, ba, 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 bam, 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 ba, right down the minor scale. Da, da. Now it skips this next scale note, which would be the flat 6, goes right to the 5th. So fret-wise, it would be on the D, 7, 9, 10, 9, 7, 7, 5, and 7 of A. Bam, 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 bam. Can you play that? Let's play that with the backing track. Ready, go. Okay, what if we wanted to harmonize that in thirds? Now we're in the minor scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a third up from the root on the 5th fret of the G string. So we've got a root and a flat 3, a minor shape. So the lick was da, da, da. So we've got a minor shape, same shape, 2 frets apart. Now we go to the major shape, 8th fret of D, 9th fret of G. I'm playing with my 3rd and 2nd fingers. Ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Up and down that. Then we go scalar, dun, dun, down to a major shape. I'm playing with my 2nd and 1st finger. And then we could do a 3rd down to on the 5th of the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a flat 7. But I think it sounds better to play this 4th interval, a 5th and a root. So the whole thing would be, sorry, ending with that strong interval of a 4th, a 5th and a root in A. Da, 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 da. See if we can play that with the track. Try it. Try changing the timing a little bit. Or change it all around like that. Start from the high 3rd, playing them kind of staccato instead of legato, which means let it ring. See what I did there? Instead of going straight down the scale in thirds, I go from the high one to the middle one and then back up. So experiment. What if we play this up an octave? We started with this. So here's an octave, 7th fret of D. Now we've got 3 frets and in between and 2 strings up to get to an A note up here. So the first riff, da, 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 da. That's the 10th fret of the B, 12th fret, 13, 12, 10, 8, and down to 5. And if we harmonize that, we've got our minor shape going up to the 8th fret of the top E, to a major shape, back down to that major shape, and now to this 4th on the 5th fret of the B in A. Can you play that? Let's try it with the track. starting with this. Try it. Okay, I'll change the timing a little bit. Try that. I skipped over the second one. See how it works? Just play around with it. Okay, now I'm going to teach you a lick that I hope you don't play very often. It's really a cliché, which means it's done too much, but you got to learn it, and here it is. If you've ever heard Stevie Ray Vaughan, it's one of his favorite licks. When I was younger, I might have liked a lick like that, but it's a bit overplayed, I think. Anyway, if you stretch the 7th fret of the G string with your 3rd finger, and then you bar the 5th fret of the B and E, and you play the B string and the E string, you get this. And then he does a pull-off, or you can pull off from the 8th fret to the 5th fret on the B string with your little finger to the 1st finger. And then I do a push and release on the G string, ending on this minor 3rd. So the whole lick. And you could take it down to a root, 7th fret of D if you want to. That's an A note. But you've heard guys. Again, when I was younger, I thought that was pretty cool. Now I just think it's done way too much. A real cliché. Let's try it with the track. Alrighty, that's the Aeolian jam, a minor 1 chord and a minor 4 chord. Carry on. I'll see you next time.